What's up, everyone? We are already headed back to the track. I know we've been doing a crap ton of track stuff lately. Trying to get ready for that Great American No Prep weekend. And today we're gonna test both parts of that. It's not just gonna be the track stuff, it's also gonna be the drive. We're gonna drive this to the track. We made a little bit of modification to it because it always kind of had a problem with cooling at highway speeds. Before we changed the crank pulley. The crank pulley is now even smaller, and so it's running the water pump even slower, and so now it's even worse on temp. So I was like, screw it, this isn't gonna work, we gotta do something for it. So what we ended up doing is I bought an ATV radiator and I put it in the front, because the biggest problem with that radiator, one, it sucks as a radiator, it's bad design, and it's bad quality, and it has a crappy fan shroud setup, and it's in the back of a truck. So it's got everything going against it. So it's like, all right, screw it. Let's see what it can do with a helper radiator. So there's this little 10 by 18 ATV radiator, real small. Cut a little, like usually where the license plate is, cut it out there so I can get some good airflow. So before, when we were driving around, it was literally heating up at like 45 mile an hour kind of speeds. So even worse before. It used to get warm when it was like 65 mile an hour or something like that, over like 15 or 20 minutes. So now it's the faster we go, the cooler it seems to run. So I went out and did about 55 uphill, romped on it a little bit, stayed perfectly cool. Actually cooled down the faster that we went. So I'm pretty confident that this is gonna go well. Tanya's gonna drive it. She's all getting ready and everything. Oh, she strapped herself in before she closed the door. Noob.
I mean, I could have.
So yeah, we got fuel in the back, filled it up at the gas station. As always, had a wonderful conversation with some random dude at the gas station. Seems to happen every time. And yeah, we're gonna see how it goes. It's got the hard tires on, so we're gonna take the truck and the trailer with us, just in case. And we like to be able to beat the crap out of it and not have to worry about it. But this is gonna be a good test for No Prep weekend. I guess so. Called her on the phone. She's got her earpiece in, and so I was just talking her through everything and making sure everything was good. Looks like everything is doing well. We were going about 65 a bit ago before we hit some traffic again, and it's staying cool. She said it hasn't gone above 183, so it's not even getting up to like normal operating temp. The thermostat that we have in there is a 180 something, so that's normal for what it is. We put that lower thermostat in there because we couldn't control it higher before. I would rather have the higher heat in there as long as we could control it. And since we couldn't, we don't have it in there. So yeah, I don't know, got another, if we can get out of this traffic, probably another half an hour to go. So maybe 45. So we'll see how it does. How'd it go?
It's hot.
Is it?
Like not the actual
No,
temp,
I mean like in there.
there.
Because this is like a cool day compared to what we're going to be driving in.
Well, I was thinking about it when I got here. I was like, man, this is going to suck.
It's going to suck. That's why I said one of those little fans with the squirt bottle things.
I know you're recording and all, but do we need all of the extra LS car in the back?
No. And actually
There's a whole extra LS.
it's some Civic. This is all Civic parts and stuff. Random tire.
If somebody wants to get fucked up.
Yeah, a welding. I got a bottle of argon in there.
It's weird the brown lighting red.
I know. It freaked me out the first time I saw it. I mean, the short answer is no, not all that's necessary. Thanks for being an asshole, Tiny.
You know, it's all love.
Throw it away.
But you're good. That was tolerable. I mean,
yeah, I'll probably end up getting, like, I have my little fans.
Yeah, we'll have to set you up with something.
Because it is hot.
But well, and the other thing also is that imagine the air, because like you were sticking your hand out. Yeah, the air is just straight humid and muggy.
You can get one of those old school ass ACs for cheap. That one that goes on your window, the big ass tube. You fill it up with ice and it blows it.
Oh, I didn't even think about filling
That's
it
what
over
Joe
there.
Barry used to use.
Oh, I've seen. Oh no, Carrie made one out of an ice chest.
Yeah, you can do that too.
Okay. Yeah.
Run it off at 12 volt.
Yeah. Well, let's set something up. Well, good. It made it. I mean, it's a relatively short trip. It's not really that bad. The truck has made that before, but with the changes and everything, we were kind of worried. But yeah, I don't see any reason why it couldn't keep going for a longer period of time.
Also, the guy behind me's paying for me. He's like, okay, are you driving? And I was like, So, maybe let me get the money first and then.
They're like, no, I drove this here for no reason. The little wee radiator did its job. Okay, so we got here, checked over the car, everything's good. Tanya's in there, she's just gonna make a test pass real quick. There's actually some racing tonight that we might do, but we just wanna get her a couple of passes first. So, might be a little bit of competition later tonight. We'll see how she does. We turned it up a little bit, gave it a little bit of RPM on the launch, and then gave it a little bit more boost too. Yeah, a bunch of cars testing today, should be fun. So I left it the same. So we turned it up a little bit, gave it a little bit of RPM on the launch, and then gave it a little bit more boost too. We'll just do one same as before.
Oh, okay. I was like, what do you mean the same?
Yep. Alright, so one of the first passes was like a huge oil down, so we're just now getting our first pass. Everybody's cold, I don't know, we'll see how this goes. How's that? Oh wow. 10.7. All right, so she did really good. She did pedal it a little bit, but it was a good time. She went 630. We only gave it 2 pounds of boost. And she hit the limiter like really bad in second gear. So I'm giving her that task now. She's really got to pay attention to the shift from second to third, because she was on the limiter for probably about 3/4 of a second. I mean, that killed her time. So yeah, we upped the boost a little bit in the higher gears. Like probably middle of second, it starts creeping up a little bit. So it should go a little bit quicker. She's going quick enough now. I'm gonna have to stop telling you guys the times. So yeah, we'll see how this one goes. Hopefully she floors a little bit more and shifts it on time, and it should be a drastic change in time. Might as well stop. He's gonna be a little while. Yeah, it was a good one. Do that every time. All right, you back in first? Got a trans brake? All right, go ahead and put on the first beam. Wait for him.
I think I pedaled it a little bit too.
What was the time?
6.3
Oh, okay.
or 1.460.
Nice. So almost identical.
330 was worse though. It was 410.
What was the mile an hour?
110.
Oh, 110. Nice. Okay. All right, so we got a little special treat. We wanted to get another pass in, but they're getting ready to start a race. it's like a list thing. So they're doing a shootout to figure out what place you are on the list and everything. And I was gonna drive it, but since we had such a big delay, I don't want to waste any passes. I want to get her some more passes. So now she's racing, and she drew one of our friends, Tiny, and we were working on his boost controller because he switched to a 4-port solenoid. So I don't even know if it's gonna go all the way up to what it's gonna go. Like, they may actually be a really good race. So this will be good practice for her. Oh, and that last pass, she did really good. It was 100% all the way until like halfway through third, and then she did pedal a little bit, unfortunately, but it was a good pass. Good mile an hour, good time. We left it the same, so we'll see what she does. What are you gonna do? You gonna let her win?
I'll lose to Tanya, not on purpose.
Now you're on Twitter,
That's awesome. We handicapped Tiny. I think he might have hit boost cut and then shut off on him.
I was wondering because he slowed down quite a bit.
Was he out on you the whole time until that happened?
I was in pain.
Or was it good? No, that's good.
Yeah, and that was a shitty pass for me though.
Good job.
A second.
You won.
I
You
know,
lost a
but-
10th?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I ran, my 60 was worse, so it was 1.5.
Yeah.
My 330 was 4.1, and then my 8th was 6.4.
Okay. Well, guess we gotta turn it up then. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I hear your no, but I'm still saying yes. Hey guys, hey. Will she let out? You're having a little.
I should have stayed in it, but I was like,
They said it was getting squirrely on you. I didn't even look at the video.
oh yeah, it got pretty bad.
So that is one thing that we didn't really go over because we were doing low power. You gotta stay in the groove. You came out of it probably
I know, that's
right
why
around
that's when I let out, because I was
Yeah.
like, oh fuck. Well, because it got a little too squirrely, and then I went out of the groove because I saw myself, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
And I had to let out right before the 8th.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
Because the rest of my times weren't so bad. Like,
Yeah.
I treat them a little bit.
Oh, nice. Hey, good job.
Because I had a 2.9, he had a 3.
Okay.
And then my 60 was a 1.4.
Okay. So back in the
330 was a 4.1.
Okay.
And then that's when it
Yeah,
started to go
6.7,
south.
but you let out.
Yeah.
No, that's good. It probably would have been on another like 6:30.
Yeah.
So good.
It got a little squirrely.
Yeah, no, that's good though because they said you stayed in it for a while before you let out. So, like now you feel like you can feel that is, steerable.
Yeah.
Doable.
Well, that's why I let out too, because I got out far enough. Like, when you did your pass
Yeah.
and you got out a little bit.
Yeah.
So I felt like I was in the concrete portion that wasn't even
Yeah.
like.
Yeah. As soon as you get on the bare stuff, if we start
Yeah.
bringing in power there, it's gonna want to wander. So.
Yeah. So I was like, ooh, man, I guess
Yeah.
I let out.
That's the other effort that you got to do is you got to keep yourself in the black.
Yeah. Well, I was trying.
Yep. Good job.
I want to see my video.
Yeah. All right. So she lost. Terrible
Surprise.
disappointment.
Uh,
Getting a divorce now.
oops.
No, it did good. So it got a little bit loose. It's probably a little bit to do with the track, but she also got out of the groove a little bit, and that's right when we were kind of ramping in the boost for her. So she got her first taste of it getting sideways, but stayed in it a lot longer than we thought she was going to with her wiggling around. So I think overall it was good. She got some actual races in. This was real competition. She did tree the guy. I mean, they both had bad lights, but hers was not
Still
as
better.
bad. So it worked out good. And
I think it was my best light tonight on the.
I think it was. It was in
Yeah.
the 2s, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
My other ones were 4 and then 3s.
it'll probably get down
I'm
pretty
gonna
good.
be honest. I don't know if I'm gonna be ready for
Got plenty of time.
It could still be at super nice.
Yeah. I don't know on this. What? Or no, actually, yeah, it went 1070. Let it know.
Yeah, 94 miles an hour.
6:30.
That's
All right, so pretty good for the day. We'll give it another try next weekend. There's some more racing next weekend, but I'll do the usual like, share. Ah, you son of a bitch! Did you troll me? Tell them to like, share, or subscribe.
like, share, subscribe.
All right, we'll see you next time.